Imagine this. You're home alone on a quiet summer morning. The air is heavy, the house is still, and the only sound is the ticking of the clock. Suddenly, your life is turned upside down. Your father and stepmother are brutally murdered, and you're the prime suspect. The police are questioning you, the public is judging you, and your entire future hangs in the balance. What would you do? How would you prove your innocence? This is the story of Lizzie Borden, a woman whose name became synonymous with one of the most infamous murder mysteries in American history. But here's the question that still haunts us to this day. Was Lizzie Borden really a cold-blooded killer, or was she wrongfully accused? Let's step back in time and unravel the chilling mystery of the Borden murders. Our story begins in Fall River, Massachusetts, a small, tight-knit town where everyone knew everyone else's business. The Borden family was well known, but not necessarily well-liked. Andrew Borden, the patriarch, was a wealthy but notoriously frugal man. He had remarried after the death of his first wife, and his second wife, Abby, didn't get along well with his two daughters, Emma and Lizzie. The household was tense, with rumors of financial disputes and simmering resentment. Andrew controlled the family's money with an iron fist, and Lizzie and Emma often felt that their stepmother, Abby, was favored over them. But no one could have predicted the horror that was about to unfold. On the morning of August 4th, 1892, the Borden household seemed like any other. Andrew Borden left the house to run some errands, and Abby was busy with her chores. Lizzie, who was 32 years old at the time, was at home, along with the family's maid, Bridget Sullivan. The day started like any other, but it would soon take a dark and bloody turn. Around 9:30 a.m., Abby Borden was in the upstairs guest room when she was brutally attacked. The killer struck her multiple times with an axe, leaving her lifeless on the floor. The force of the blows was so savage that her skull was nearly split in two. But the killer wasn't done yet. Just over an hour later, Andrew Borden returned home, completely unaware of the horror that awaited him. He settled into the sitting room, where he met the same gruesome fate. Like Abby, he was struck repeatedly with an axe, and the force of the blows was so severe that his face was nearly unrecognizable. The house, once a place of quiet routine, was now a scene of unimaginable violence. When the bodies were discovered, the household was thrown into chaos. Lizzie, who was home at the time, claimed she had been in the barn during the murders. But her story didn't quite add up. She was calm, almost too calm, and her alibi was shaky. The police quickly began to suspect her, especially when rumors surfaced about her strained relationship with her stepmother and her father's strict control over the family's finances. To make matters worse, Lizzie's behavior after the murders raised even more questions. She burned a dress shortly after the killings, claiming it was stained with paint, but many believed it was evidence she was trying to hide. The investigation turned up more questions than answers. No murder weapon was ever found, and there were no witnesses to the crime. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, Lizzie was arrested and charged with the murders. Her trial became a media sensation, captivating the nation. Lizzie maintained her innocence, and her defense team argued that the evidence against her was purely circumstantial. The prosecution struggled to prove motive or opportunity, and Lizzie's calm demeanor on the stand won her sympathy. In the end, the all-male jury acquitted her after just an hour and a half of deliberation. But the mystery didn't end there. Lizzie inherited her father's fortune, but she remained an outcast in Fall River. The case continued to haunt her for the rest of her life, and to this day, people are divided on whether she was guilty or innocent. So, what really happened that day? Let's explore some of the most popular theories. Theory 1. Lizzie acted alone. Some believe Lizzie was the killer, driven by anger or financial motives. Andrew Borden was notoriously stingy, and Lizzie may have been frustrated with his control over the family's money. Additionally, her relationship with Abby was strained, and some speculate that Lizzie saw her stepmother as an obstacle to her inheritance. Theory 2. An intruder committed the murders others think an outsider could have been responsible. The Borden home was unlocked that morning, and it's possible that someone entered the house with the intent to rob or harm the family. However, no evidence of forced entry was ever found, and nothing of value was taken. Theory 3. Someone else in the household was involved. Could Lizzie's sister, Emma, or the maid, Bridget, have played a role? Emma was out of town at the time of the murders, but some believe she may have conspired with Lizzie. Bridget, on the other hand, was home that day, but she had no apparent motive. Still, the possibility of an inside job can't be entirely ruled out. The truth may never be known, but the case has left an indelible mark on history. The Lizzie Borden case has inspired countless books, movies, and even a chilling nursery rhyme. Lizzie Borden took an axe, gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41. Asterisk, but was Lizzie really the killer? Or was she a victim of circumstance? Now, let's go back to the question I asked at the beginning. What would you do if you were in Lizzie's shoes? Could you maintain your composure under such intense scrutiny? And more importantly, do you think Lizzie Borden was guilty, or was she wrongfully accused? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of history's most infamous mysteries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more chilling stories and unsolved cases. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.